What is going on, everybody? I'm Howard Bender. It's NFL Week 12. Time to start figuring out who we're starting and who we're sitting this week. Lineup decisions are crucial. It's Week 12. It's By-Mageddon, and there are a number of injuries that we're dealing with as well, and we'll get to that as we go through our start sits. Let's talk about who we want in our lineup for this week, and that starts with Bo Nix of the Denver Broncos. Really excited about him in this matchup against the Las Vegas Raiders. It's a pass funnel defense, and the Raiders are down their top three corners now due to injury. So I'm loving Bo Nix. He's averaged about 26 fantasy points per game over his last five. He brings a rushing upside to it, and 5 out of the last 6 quarterbacks who faced the Raiders had at least 19 fantasy points. So get Bo Nix into your lineups there. Get Brian Robinson from the Washington Commanders into your lineups. This one's kind of a no-brainer. Dallas Cowboys giving up over 150 rushing yards per game. They've given up like 17 or 18 rushing touchdowns. They've been absolutely terrible. We just watched Joe Mixon annihilate them last week. Well, Brian Robinson going to be the guy here, right? He missed some time with an injury. He came back last week, looked good. Now he comes back for a game here that Washington should handle very well. Defenses are now keying in on blitzing to contain Jaden Daniels. They saw the Steelers do that 2 weeks ago. Now that's what they're doing. That's going to open it up even more so for Brian Robinson as everybody's paying more attention to the quarterback. I love what he brings to the table here. Not to mention Washington should handle this game pretty cleanly, which means that they're going to utilize him to kill that clock as opposed to throwing passes to Austin Eckler. I also want to get Quentin Johnston into my lineup. Monday Night Football going up against the Ravens. Quentin Johnston's been fantastic. 15 catches, 190 yards, and 3 touchdowns over his last 3 games since coming back from an ankle injury. He's got an ADOT, average depth of target, over 16 yards right now. And now we're looking at him going up against the Ravens, who we already know they give up the most passing yards per game, but their coverage issues are more on the outside corners than they are across the middle. So Quentin Johnston could definitely beat some coverage for a deep touchdown this week. I love what he's doing right now. And then at the tight end position, give me Dallas Goedert. Yes, please. Give me Dallas Goedert against the Rams. Rams are giving up the 8th most fantasy points per game to the tight end. But what I love most about this matchup is that with Devonta Smith out, Dallas Goedert gets bumped up to being the number 2 pass catcher behind, number 3 pass catcher behind Saquon Barkley and behind A.J. Brown. But Dallas Goedert's going to see plenty of targets in this one. Rams are soft over the middle of the field. I'm absolutely loving this matchup, especially if you're looking for that mid-tier tight end to use. I may have him going in a Beat Howard Bender contest, which, by the way, go to rtsports.com/Bender. Go ahead, take me on in DFS. $3 entry, GPP payouts, and if you beat me, you get your money back. So, boom. What could be better than that? How about some sits for this week, right? We're going to start with Sam Darnold going up against the Bears. Bears are much more of a run funnel defense, and Sam Darnold's been struggling a lot lately. Ever since week 8 when Christian Darrisaw went down, and he's been gone since, the protection has not been good for Sam Darnold. His yards per attempt have gone from 8.4 to 7.5, and he went for the first 7 weeks of the season, 12 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Over just the last 3 games, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So if you can find somebody other than Darnold, I highly recommend you do it. I'm getting rid of Chuba Hubbard from my lineups. They say Jonathan Brooks is coming back this week. Dave Canales was raging all about that. It's not a great matchup here against the Chiefs anyway, and I feel like the Panthers are going to get blown out. So if they are getting blown out, you might as well give Chuba Hubbard a rest and give Jonathan Brooks some extra time and garbage time. So I'm a little worried about the number of touches for Chuba this week. Jawan Jennings. Here's the big injury for this week. It's not Jennings himself. It's Brock Purdy. Now, I don't want to crap on Brandon Allen too much as a quarterback because this is still a Kyle Shanahan system. And it's not like everybody was raging about Brock Purdy before he jumped in. So maybe it's the system making the player and not the other way around. Either way, Brandon Allen, we've seen him over and over again now over the last couple of seasons. He doesn't do it for me that much. I think Deebo Samuel is still going to be in play for this one. Short passes to Christian McCaffrey, but I do worry about the passing work going to Jawan Jennings this week. So if you can find an alternative, maybe you do. And then finally, Mark Andrews, Monday Night Football, going up against the Chargers. Derwin James is always tough on tight ends. Isaiah Likely is back, and he's stealing work. Charlie Kohler, for some reason, still gets tight end looks inside the red zone. So I'm backing off on Mark Andrews. As always, hit me up on my socials at RotoBuzzGuy. You can follow all of my work all over the place. You got some start-sit questions of your own? Just send them my way. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, doesn't matter. I'm everywhere. So best of luck to you here at NFL Week 12. Catch you next time.